Good morning, Jus4SweetZ here. Today I am making a easy 1, 2, 3 step, it's so easy you wouldn't believe it, stuffed mushroom cap. I have some leftover mushrooms out of my fridge that I want to use up because I don't waste, and I have some Italian sausage that I had in the refrigerator, and it's just the kind that you buy in the roll. You can use Jimmy Dean, there's store brands, and I just did the mild Italian sausage. Normally I'd like to make it with the spicy one, but not everybody likes spicy, so I'm doing the mild Italian. I used a half a pack because I have about 13 mushrooms, and so normally I buy a big pack of mushrooms at Costco. You can make these for a graduation party, a wedding appetizer, an appetizer for a barbecue. They're fast, easy, and they're really, really yummy. People think you spend a lot of time on them. So all I did was take a half of this tube of Italian sausage. I stuck it in a skillet. I've already cooked it because I wanted to just do this quickly for you. I use my meat chopper, and that's how I grind up the sausage while I'm cooking it. I go like, just like this to chop it up and brown it. And I do that for about 5 minutes or so to get this sausage nice and brown and almost thoroughly cooked, because it's not really in the oven for all that long. So you use this. I got this from Pampered Chef, and it's just a meat chopper. Now I've switched to my wooden spoon, and this is still warm. I just took it off the stove. What you're going to do is you're going to take, because we're not doing very many, I'm going to do just a half a block of cream cheese. So cut your cream cheese block in half. Now you can do it extra cheesy if you want, but normally for a full thing of mushrooms, I'll use 1 to 1.5 blocks of cream cheese. But since this is just a small one, because it's part of the Food 911, we're just going to use a half a block. And you want to slowly combine that, or mix that in, try not to get your sausage everywhere, with your sausage, and you're going to make it into like a creamy consistency. You just keep going. Now you can use turkey sausage in this if you don't eat, pork. You can use chorizo if you prefer chorizo. That would be really good in these. So you can substitute anything you want for, almost anything for this Italian sausage. But you just want it to have some flavor. And that Italian sausage has so many herbs and everything in it that it brings a lot of flavor to these mushrooms. So we're mixing this in, and I actually had a block of fat-free cream cheese that I accidentally bought. I'm not a big fat-free cream cheese liker. I like to do a lot of low-calorie and fat-free, but cream cheese is not one of them. I don't mind doing the third less fat cream cheese. That one's okay, but this is not my favorite. So I'm using it in this because when it's combined with all the flavors of the sausage and the other things that we put in here, you can't tell the difference. So when I sauteed my Italian sausage, I threw in some shallots, probably about 2 teaspoons of chopped shallots. And I used some of the stems, not the very tips, but where I disconnected it inside the mushrooms. I just pulled the stems out of these. I chopped up a little bit of mushroom and stuck it in with this filling as well. So this is, right now we have a half a tube of Italian sausage, 2 teaspoons of chopped shallots, and probably 2 teaspoons of chopped mushroom stems that we sauteed with the Italian sausage. Okay, this is all mixed in now, and because there's some heat in this pan, it makes the cream cheese a lot easier to mix, so I just do it all in one pan. Now I found in the store the other day some shredded Gouda cheese, so I'm going to use that because that's what I have shredded in my refrigerator right now. But a lot of times I'll use mozzarella, or I'll use pepper jack, because I love pepper jack. It has that spice to it. So what I'm going to do, because I don't have that many mushrooms, I'm going to add about 1/3 of this bag. And this is 2 cups in this bag. I'm only adding 1/3 of the bag. You don't want it super, super cheesy, but you want it to have that flavor. And Gouda has a nice flavor. And we're going to mix that all in together. And like I said, feel free to go ahead and put any other kind of cheese you want in here. You can add a mixture of cheese if you want to. Mozzarella is really, really good in this. And the pepper jack is really good. I've never had it with the Gouda, so this is going to be something new for me. But I like a lot of different cheeses. I'm going to add just a little bit more, not a whole lot more, because we're also going to sprinkle some fresh Parmesan on the top of these. Okay, now I have my oven preheated to 400 degrees. So then what you want to do is you want to take a teaspoon and you want to just push that into each mushroom cap. You know, and fill it, you know, for the size of the mushroom cap. Don't overdo it. But you know, they do shrink and it all cooks together, so I like it to be piled out of there quite a bit. Make sure your hands are clean because you're going to need to use your fingers for this. Just keep filling till you've filled all of them. I've made these so many times and they're just a huge hit. My sister made some a couple weeks ago. She was doing a food 911. We were having a family dinner and she was trying to whip together an appetizer before we all got there. And she found actually some jalapeno artichoke dip that she had in the fridge, and she went ahead and loaded her mushroom caps with that. And I think she mixed in some garlic and stuff like that. But oh my gosh, they were so good too. I mean, I don't think you can go wrong with fillings. It's whatever you prefer, whatever you like, whatever you have in your fridge. Remember, just kind of get creative and see what you have going in your refrigerator and try to use it up without having to go to the store and purchase more, because we all know groceries are expensive and getting more and more expensive with these gas prices. So, all right, so I have these all filled. Okay, you know, another thing that would be really good in this is some diced jalapeno, some fresh jalapeno. Okay, I'm going to wash my hands. And what we want to do is I have some fresh Parmesan right here. And I'm just going to take a little dab. Let's get this out of the way. Now, don't throw that mixture away. You can eat it or you can put it in a quesadilla or whatever you want to do with it, but don't throw it away. Okay, these will roll, so be gentle. I wasn't so gentle. Okay, and then you're going to just take a little bit of fresh Parmesan and place it over the top of each mushroom. Not a lot, just to give it a little bit of flavor, a little bit of that Parmesan flavor. We are using Italian sausage, you know. Feel free to leave the Parmesan out or sprinkle it with blue cheese or something else that you'd like to put with it. Alrighty, so we got that. I am going to take a little bit of pepper. Make sure my lid is on, okay? And we're just going to lightly pepper the top of these. Okay, these are all ready to go. So I hope you can see those. I'm going to make sure here, kind of get the camera a little bit closer. These are your stuffed mushroom caps before they go in the oven. We're going to bake these for approximately 10 to 15 minutes and just keep an eye on them. You don't want them to get too small, you don't want them to get too overcooked, but yet you want them to be cooked in all the flavors together. So I'm going to go ahead and stick these in the oven, and I will come back with a really short, quick video so you can see how they look at the end, and I'll present them on a plate and show you how you can have them set up at a party. With maybe a little bit of dipping sauce in the middle. Although these are so good, you really don't need a dipping sauce, but we'll do it anyway. So I'll talk to you soon, and get in your kitchen and start seeing what you can stuff in a mushroom. Thank you.